Nathan Carter was dying, and nobody knew why. Not the specialists at Johns Hopkins. Not the private doctors who flew in from Switzerland. Not the toxicologists who tested every single thing in his $47 million estate. Every test came back normal. But every night, Nathan Carter was drowning in his own bedroom. The coughing fits started around 2 in the morning. Deep, violent coughs that left him gasping for air, his sheets soaked with sweat. By morning, he could barely stand. He was 31 years old, a tech billionaire who'd sold his AI startup for $3 billion. He had access to the best healthcare in the world, and he was dying in the most expensive bedroom in Los Angeles. The only person who noticed the pattern was the woman who cleaned his floors. Sofia Ramirez had been working at the Carter estate for exactly 107 days when she realized something was very, very wrong. She wasn't supposed to notice anything. That was the job. Be invisible. Be efficient. Don't ask questions. The estate manager, Marcus, had made that very clear on her first day. Sofia needed this job. She was sending money home to her mother in El Salvador. She was 2 months behind on rent. She couldn't afford to lose this, so she stayed invisible. She cleaned the 15 bedrooms, though Nathan only ever used one. She polished floors in rooms nobody walked through. She dusted bookshelves in a library that was never read. And she watched Nathan Carter disappear. In the first month, he still came downstairs sometimes. She'd see him working in his office or taking calls on the terrace. He looked tired, but alive. By the second month, he barely left the master suite. By the third month, she only heard him. The coughing, the labored breathing, the sound of someone losing a fight. It was a Thursday morning when Sofia first noticed the smell. She'd been assigned to deep clean the master suite while Nathan was at a rare doctor's appointment. The room was enormous. A California king bed. Floor-to-ceiling windows that were always covered. A walk-in closet the size of her entire apartment. But something in the air made her stop. It wasn't the normal staleness of a room that was never aired out. This was different, damp, organic, almost sweet. She'd smelled it before. When she was 9 years old, living in a cramped apartment in Echo Park, her little brother had gotten sick. Chronic cough. Nosebleeds. Fatigue. Her grandmother had found it first. Mold behind the bathroom wall. Black and spreading. Moisture grows quietly, Mia, her grandmother had said. And it kills quietly. Sofia's heart started racing. She moved toward the closet. The smell grew stronger. She pushed aside the rows of expensive suits and designer shoes that had never been worn. And there, in the back corner, barely visible in the dim light, the wall was dark, damp, wrong. She knelt down, her hands shaking. The baseboard was soft, almost spongy. She pulled out her phone and turned on the flashlight. The dark patch stretched at least 3 feet across. And when she looked closer, she could see it. The distinctive texture of black mold creeping along the seams of the wall like fingers. Her stomach dropped. This wasn't just a small problem. This was everywhere. Sofia stood up slowly. Her mind was racing. She thought about her brother, how close they'd come to losing him. She thought about Nathan's coughing, the way he could never catch his breath in this room. It all made sense now. She decided to tell Marcus, the estate manager. That was her first mistake. There's something wrong with the master suite, Sofia said. Behind the closet wall. I think it's black mold. Marcus didn't even look up. We've had this house inspected by professionals. But did they check behind the walls? That's not your concern. Mr. Carter is getting sicker every day. Your job, Marcus interrupted coldly, is to clean. The threat was clear. That night, Sofia couldn't sleep. She kept thinking about Nathan, about the way he looked that morning, pale and exhausted. She thought about her grandmother's words, and she made a decision. Thanks for watching. If you want to know what Sofia did next, be sure to subscribe.